You're listening to the Murder Speaks podcast, the show that spills the tea about true crime. Here's your host, Wendy Hinbest.
Hey, welcome back to Murder Speaks. Hope everyone's having a great week. So today's real crime story is about 30-year-old Nikki McPhatter of Charlotte, North Carolina. Nikki had a difficult life. Her mother left, but she was determined to work hard. She joined the U.S. Navy when she finished high school. She went to school and had a good job. She worked as a ticket agent at the Charlotte Douglas International Airport in North Carolina. She was on a dating site trying to meet the right guy. On May 11th, Nikki's emergency contact and sister gets calls from Nikki's employer that she has not reported to work. The police speak to Nikki's employer, friends, and family. Nikki always showed up for work. Her sister knows Nikki was doing online dating. Investigators question Nikki's circle of friends and search Nikki's phone and bank records, trying to see if there's any suspicious activities. Nikki was seeing a man in New Jersey, but he was cleared. Investigators learn about another man Nikki was seeing in South Carolina named Theodore Manning, also known as Teddy. They speak to Nikki's co-workers, and activity on her bank records point to South Carolina. Nikki was missing, but her bank cards and credit cards were used at an ATM in Columbia on May the 6th. On a surveillance video, they see a male withdrawing money from the ATM. He was obviously hiding his face from the camera, and he was driving a gold Chevy. Nikki drove a black Honda. She was seeing Theodore. The guy Nikki was seeing, Theodore, lived in the same area. Detectives arrange a meeting with Theodore Manning. He tells detectives they were friends with benefits. Detectives got a search warrant for Theodore's home, and they found green cards and love letters to Theodore Manning. There were multiple women in his life. He was soliciting funds from older women. Nikki didn't like to spend money, and she would never have given him money. They found a receipt from Walmart. Turns out, Theodore purchased bleach. So detectives watched the surveillance footage and saw Theodore at Walmart, but there was a woman with him. He tells detectives she was a good friend of his. Detectives find out her name is Kendra Goodman. She was a mother of two, and she drove a gold Chevy. Theodore was driving Kendra's car and using Nikki's debit card. The police search Kendra's house and speak to Kendra again. She doesn't tell them anything more. Kendra went home sick from work on May the 6th, the same day Nikki went missing. So Kendra talked to police again. Hey people. If you like gaming, check out Michelin gaming headphones. Great sound quality, super comfy, and not expensive at all. If you're decorating your room and looking for ideas, check out Kiko's smart LED strip lights. My daughters have these in their room, and they love them, and they look fabulous. They're easy to install and comes with a controller, and it works with an app as well. But don't just take my word for it. Go and get your own. UB-size selfie ring light and stand comes in so handy when I'm doing my videos. It's easy to use and has 3 different light tones, so my videos come out great. My phone fits perfectly, and it's stable and lightweight, so it can be moved around easily. Great bang for your buck. I just love false eyelashes, especially on a night out. Check out Nucali false eyelashes. They are easy to apply, come with many pairs you can use more than once. Totally worth the money. More information can be found in the show notes. If you're a true crime addict like me, check out my store, crystalkiss.com, for some murder merch and start killing it. So many designs to choose from at a great price. You can use discount code MURDER15, that's MURDER15, and save 15% off your entire order. And for US orders only, order 3 or more items and get free shipping. More information can be found in the show notes. Back to Murder Speaks. They gave Kendra a polygraph test and she failed. She decided to tell police what really happened. She tells the police that she got a call from Theodore. So she left work and went to his house and found him sitting next to a black Honda. He tells Kendra that he has to run an errand and asked her to follow him. They take separate cars to Walmart. Kendra agreed to follow him in her car while Theodore drove the black Honda. They bought bleach, then they returned to his house. Theodore tells Kendra to clean up the floor with the bleach, and Kendra realized it was blood that she was mopping up. Then they drove 40 miles into a wooded area. He tells Kendra to wait in the car, and they were parked in a church parking lot. Kendra noticed when he returned he smelled like gasoline. Then they drove her car back to his house, and they end up having sex. She shows the police where Theodore hid the car. The car was burned, and they found a skull in the trunk with a bullet hole in the back of it. The police bring Theodore to headquarters, and he tells police that Nikki came over and they had sex. She wanted a commitment, but he didn't, and he told her that, and Nikki became enraged. There was a gun nearby. Nikki picked up the gun. They struggled with the gun, and it accidentally went off. That's the story Theodore tells detectives. Turns out, Nikki was going to dump him because she was tired of him dating other women while he was dating her. The autopsy confirmed Nikki was shot in the back of the head before she was placed in the car. Turns out Nikki was going to dump him because she was tired of him dating other women while he was dating her. Theodore Manning's phone records show that the day after Nikki disappeared, he called Kendra. Kendra claimed she didn't know anything about Nikki's murder.
Did you see Nikki's dead body anywhere?
No.
Did you see evidence of a murder?
No.
A gunshot?
No.
Did you know that there was a body in the car?
No.
But she went to Walmart with him to buy the bleach.
That was for my home. Just my cleaning supplies from my place.
She was in the car with Theodore at the ATM when he was using Nikki's debit card. And after they got back from disposing of Nikki's body, they had sex.
Did you have sex in the crime scene?
In the house? Later that night, yeah.
After everything had happened?
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact she was mopping up blood. Theodore Manning was charged with murder and convicted of voluntary manslaughter. He was sentenced to 30 years in prison. Kendra Goodman was charged and convicted of being an accessory after the fact. She was sentenced to 10 years in prison, but she only served less than 2 years. Wow, I mean, for her to say she knew nothing about it is ridiculous. I mean, at least she did the right thing and told the police the truth. But, I mean, come on, girl, you must have known. I mean, you were mopping up blood. And you can't tell me that he took you in your car to an ATM. He didn't tell you anything. He didn't tell you what card he was using. He didn't tell you anything. I mean,
I didn't know what card he had.
That's hard to believe. I'm sorry. You knew what was going on. But at least she did the right thing and told the police the truth. Theodore Manning went from player to prisoner. Well, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Murder Speaks. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Join me again on Murder Speaks. Bye.